Welcome to Fallout 76. This is Jim. In this video, we're going to take a look at the Night at the Morgue mini-season for Week 2, which starts today, Tuesday, October 28th. It goes to next Tuesday, November the 4th, 2025. Now, I did make the Week 1 video there last week. It is all timestamped. You can check that out if you so wish, just in case you miss anything and there's something you want to know. There is a lot of information, so I recommend using the timestamps. Very similar to this video, where you make sure you use the timestamps if you kind of half know what's going on. So first things first, let's take a look at the Night at the Morgue mini-season. So we'll go to our map screen, top left-hand corner, Jim, that's what it's called, menu. Go down here to seasons. As you can see, they're modern living. That is our current season 22 season pass. And here is the mini-season right here, Night at the Morgue. And as you can see, the dates are right there. This is on the second week here. And as I mentioned last week, exact same rewards, okay? And as I mentioned last week, there is a way to claim them. You just can't pick and choose the one that you want, okay? There is a little order in which you have to claim them, okay? Now here is the Morgue Candy Bowl. If you remember previous Halloweens to this one, we never had the mini seasons before, but we would get our usual candy bowl for free from the Atomic Shop. So if you're a returning player, you may remember that, but no longer in the Atomic Shop. Is right here in this little mini season. So the way this goes, and again, this is repetitive from last week, you have to claim the Morgue Candy Bowl, which is free for everyone. Then it goes the Legendary Module ×3. Then it goes Putrid. Then it goes with the Mortuary Sign. Then it goes with the Improved Bait ×5. The closed morgue drawer, and then the Vault-Tec body bag. And that is the first page. We go over to the second page here. The next one is the open morgue drawer, this one over here. And then the carry weight booster ×3. The cadaver tag there. Superb bait ×5. The morgue drawer, and then this is the end game autopsy table bed. Okay, so as I mentioned in the previous mini seasons to this one, and as I mentioned last week, is you don't even have to complete those special challenges. Okay, you don't have to complete them. You can utilize the tickets you get from the current season 22 season pass. So if you've been doing your daily, weekly challenges, you've been earning your tickets. Okay, you may have a lot of tickets. You only may have a couple left. But if you do want to claim all these, you will need 500 tickets, and it doesn't matter where you get it from. Whether you complete the special event challenges or you get them from your season 22, tickets are tickets in this case for the mini seasons, and all you need is 500, right? So just a little FYI there. And if you watched last week number 1, at the end of the video, I actually show how to craft all these items, okay, in the new build menu. So you can check that out if you so wish. All right, so let's back out here. Let's go ahead. We're going to take a look at the special event challenges. So again, back to the map screen menu. We're going to, for me, I hit the right arrow key on my controller, brings me to my challenges page. Just in case if someone's never done challenges before, it'll be right down here under events. Okay, and these are all the special event challenges just for the Night at the Morgue mini season. And as we can see, we got some new ones in here. They've been refreshed for week 2. Which is pretty awesome, and they are somewhat different. Some of them are repeatable, as we talked about last week during our daily challenge videos as well. All right, so we are going to cover a couple of things here now. So first things first, we'll go over the candy bowl, right? So the candy bowl, the one that you claim in that little mini season, all you have to do is you go to your build menu at your camp. It'll be down here under decorations. It'll be down here under holiday. You scroll down, and here are the candy bowls. Okay, so again, I've been playing this game for quite some time. So the one with the green hand, that is the OG candy bowl, the very first one we ever got. This one here, the Crania candy bowl, this one we got in 2024. And this is the new one that we got here in the little mini season Night at the Morgue. And this is what's right here. So again, as you can see, each one will cost 2 plastic. You can craft them at your camp. Okay, you cannot craft them in your shelter, okay, because it does not give you an option. Just like camp resources, just like water collectors, etc., we cannot build these in the shelter, but we can build them in and around our camp. Okay. And the only reason why I kind of emphasizing this because someone made a comment last week's video saying that I said it wrong or there's a communication there. I'm not too sure, but the majority of people understood what I was saying. That's why I said maybe it's a language thing. Who knows? We can build this thing in our camp, but again, we can only build one per camp. Okay. And you can build it in multiple camps. And one thing that's really good about this too is if you do fill it with candy, if you do build it in your other camps, if you have them available to you, you don't have to refill it. Okay, the filled candy bowl goes along with it when you build it, so it's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome little mention there. It does make a sound as we hear. It does not require any power. All right, so when you get to a player's camp and you're looking for the candy bowl, because some players' camps can be quite busy. Okay, other players' camps not so much. A lot of people like to put around their vendors, so to speak, but it does make a little sound. Okay. So let's go ahead. We're actually going to scrap it. Now, you don't have to build it each time. You just build it once. All you have to be worried about is filling it up. Okay, that's another question that was mentioned in last week's video. People were thinking you have to build it and scrap it each and every day. You don't have to do that. You build it once. You just make sure it's filled up with mystery candy that you get from the spooky Scorched from other players' candy bowls. It's that simple. I'm just scrapping it and building it just to show you the sound that it makes, okay? So let's go ahead. We're going to go to modify. We are going to store this thing. All right, so there's no music now. There's no sound, okay? So let's go ahead. We're going to build it back here. Go back to build. Back to history. Stored. Let's just build the OG one here, okay? All right, so here's the little music. Okay, and that's a really good way to kind of track it down at a player's camp. You know you're going to nearby the candy bowl, because we do have trick candy bowls like this one here. It's just a trick candy bowl, and then we have blood punch bowls, etc. But again, it'll be this one here, the spooky candy bowl. That's what it'll be called. Okay, so let's take a look at that real quick here. If we go ahead and use it, so you can do a candy count. Okay, so a candy count is 15 or more. Okay. And we can go ahead and we can put all of our candies, but I believe it's 1, 5, or 10, or all. Okay? Let's just put all of them in there. 123 candies removed. You can't see it in the top left-hand corner because I'm here, but 123 candies I got and put it in the candy bowl. Okay? So that's all you got to worry about. You don't have to build it and scrap it each day. Just build it once and make sure it's filled, all right, for your trick-or-treaters. Just like in real life, you know what I mean? But those of you who don't celebrate Halloween, that's the main purpose. Just keep that candy bowl filled. Chips or candy, what have you. All right, let's take a look at another similar thing here. Oh, it's our build menu gem. Back down to our events section. So let's talk about costumes here, okay? What is considered a costume? As you can see, a lot of these special event challenges require us wearing a costume. And you might be wondering, well, how do I know? Because not all outfits are considered costumes here in the game, okay? The majority of them are, but not all of them are. So the way you can figure that out is you go over to your Pip-Boy, you go to apparel, okay? And let's take a look at this jack-o'-lantern pantsuit. See the bottom of the screen that says inspect? Whatever button it is for you, that's what you select. I'll bring up this page here. You know your outfit is a costume because it'll say costume there, okay? Just like your helmet. So let's go to the jack-o'-lantern helmet. Same thing, inspect, costume, okay? Now, let's just say you don't own an outfit that's a costume. However, the vast majority of us have what's called fashionette masks. All fashionette masks are considered costumes. So even if your outfit is not a costume, as long as you're wearing a mask that is considered a costume, it will satisfy those special event challenges. Okay? So let's take a look at that real quick. We just happen to have this real simple fashionette giant mask. Real simple. Same thing, inspect. Costume. See what I mean? So the vast majority of us will have these. People sell these in their vendors for like 25, 50 caps. Easy. Easy peasy. If you happen to have a armor workbench, you would have learned, special outfits, headwear you would have gotten from doing events, from doing, season passes, etc., scoreboards. So if you go to our armor workbench, let's go down here to outfits. You can actually see which ones are considered. So this Braxo jumpsuit, which is actually in the atomic shop. The current season 22 season pass is not an outfit, but as we kind of go down, we can see what is, and you can see what's not. All right, so that's another thing you can do, is you can see what's available to you that you can build that's considered a costume. Same exact thing with this, the headwear. You can see what's considered a costume and what's considered just a hat, not a costume. Okay, that's another thing you can do. All right, but we're good. We get our costume on, and again, doesn't have to be an outfit. Can be just be a helmet or a fashionette mask, as long as it's considered a costume. All right, Jim. Let's take a look at these challenges here. Special event challenges. Let's go to the bottom here. Scrap junk to produce fertilizer while wearing a costume 25. So again, we already talked about what's considered a costume or not and how to figure that out. Scrap junk to produce fertilizer. Again, fertilizer is a junk item in which we can use the bulk and scrap method at any Tinker's Workbench here in the game. So you go ahead and go craft at any Tinker's Workbench. Go down here to bulk. Go down here to the F section. So to bulk 1 fertilizer, all you need is 2 plastic and 20 raw fertilizer from your stash of scrap box. You go ahead and you bulk your 1 fertilizer and you scrap it. It's hands down the fastest, quickest, easiest way to complete this daily challenge. It's more so for the folks that are kind of short on time, or for people that like to get things done quick and easy. The bulk and scrap method is definitely where it's at for most, not all, but most junk items here in the game. So you could do it this way and no count. Now, if you're legitimately looking for fertilizer here in the game, we do have a couple spots of fertilizer we can find. Right here at Wixon Homestead, we have the Red Barn. Right down here at Lewis & Sons Farming Supplies. The rooftops of Lewisburg is a pretty good spot. And I think you'll come across a lot of unmarked farms, again, around the forest area. I think there's like fertilizer in around them as well. Let's go to Wixon Homestead here. And again, that's a great spot for some Scorched. So we might find a spooky Scorched here if we're lucky. But again, it's a small location. Where we're going to head right to that Red Barn right out back. Jump over this fence. Take a look around for some spooky Scorched. Don't see any. Right in this wall. Used to be a red barn. Used to be red. All right, we have these bags of fertilizer. So we take one. And we go under new. See there, 1 bag of fertilizer gives us 1 acid and 4 fertilizer. So that's pretty awesome. And there's quite a few bags in here. Yeah, I think that's it. But quite a bit of fertilizer in this one little location. Let's go ahead and scrap here at this workbench. Again, any workbench will do. There we go. Scrap junk, produce fertilizer while wearing a costume, just like that. But again, you can use the bulk and scrap method. You don't even have to leave your camp. Okay? But just kind of wanted to show you the old-fashioned way of doing it. Excuse me. Oh, 1 more bag over there, Jim. Another bag right here. Nice. Pillows are also a good source of fertilizer as well, I believe. Okay, if you come across some pillows. The odd one. All right, let's see what's next here. Special event challenges, Gem. Oh, we hear Spooky Scorched here. We heard him. He moved around somewheres. Oh, getting a little closer to him. Where's this cow? There it is, right there. Nice. All right. Let's take a look at the next one, Jimmy boy. Kill human while wearing a costume 30. So again, we talked about what's considered a costume, what's not. Of course, we have different type of humans here in the game. We have cultists, blood eagles, and communists. Okay, this type of icon here typically for blood eagles. This type of icon here for cultists. Of course, one of the few exceptions that is over here in Point Pleasant, where we know there's about at least 20 cultists there. So real squishy guys for low-level folk. We have the Crosshair, Clancy Manor, Oregon Caves, a little bit of a maze down there, but if you're looking for a fourth entrance, you'll never find one. There's only 3. Point Pleasant, as I mentioned, Hunter's Ridge, Twin Pine Cabins, and Kanawha County Cemeteries. Those are real squishy guys. Blood Eagle Alley, I like to call it here in the channel, starts down here, the Sludge Works, Roland's Labor Camp, Widow's Perch, Killbox, let's move this up a little bit, the Pigsty, Cliff Watch, South Cutthroat Camp, Seneca Gang Camp, Ammo Dump, there's only one there, the Sacrament, Bloody Franks, the Moth Home, Ripper Alley, maybe one there if you're lucky, Crimson Prospect, Lucky Hole Mine, that's a pretty good spot, the Bounty, Johnson's Acre, of course the Communists are right down here at Camp Liberty. So it's really up to you where you want to go. You can make it easy or as hard as you want. All right, let's pop into good old Point Pleasant because we can. Now this is a very popular area, especially if you're on a server with other people, public servers, so you may have to go to one of those other areas or just server hop it. Again, any weapon will do. If you have a couple grenades, it's all good to go. The only thing is you got to make sure you're wearing a costume, which we've already talked about. All right, I'm just going to kind of blow by these guys. I'm not going to bother picking anything up. Of course, we're doing this at night, as per the usual, right, guys? That's how we do it here. Take that buff out. Just the way it happens here on the channel for whatever reason. That's a good throw. That's a darn good throw right there. I know the Blue Jays could usually can use that there. Oh. I thought I saw someone poking their head out there. Again, this is a great spot. Oh, hitting the air again there, Jim. Oh. Fucking low, Jimmy boy. Stay right there, lady. Person's getting from way over there from the other side of the rooftop. That's something. See if we can get him from here. Oh. Oh. They're using that broadsider or something there. Did you hear that? The way it was shooting? Got him. Let's go down in this bridge here. Never used to be guys here, but there is now. Of course, we all know about this expansion that's on the way. Pretty awesome. It's going to be fun. And I heard it's going to be pretty large, too, the expansion area. Lots of new locations. Yeah, it's going to be pretty neat, I think. Yeah, it'll be a good time. Before we weren't even able to get past this part over here. It was all, like, barricaded in. And you'll get the message, you know, it can't go that way kind of deal. As I say, these guys are pretty squishy. Into the church here. Oh. Yeah, don't think so, lady. Oh. Whiff. Shooting air, Jim. Or shooting air. Look at that, 27. That's pretty good. For one location. Lucky Hole Mine, something similar. A lot of guys down at Lucky Hole Mine. A little bit higher level area, just kind of watch yourself. Is that it? Yeah, we're pretty close. Pretty close. All right, let's go some results here. I'll just pop down here to Hunter's Ridge. Just we need a couple more. There's usually a couple doggos over here too. A couple traps. Gotta watch out for the traps. There we go. 1555. All right. See what's next. Whoop. See what's next. I don't know why that popped up. All right. Catch a fish while wearing a costume tent. So again, in order to catch a fish, you will need a fishing rod. If you haven't played the game since June the 3rd, 2025 update, you will have to get a fishing rod. You get one by completing the quest called Casting Off. You first must come here at Fisherman's Rest, which becomes a free fast travel once we discover it. Very easy quest to do, but just in case you're brand new to the game, I do have that quest here on the channel. It's all time-stamped, but it's pretty straightforward. You get your fishing rod. You're able to craft fish bits, grilled fish, and do this daily repeatable quest that pops up every single day, big fish in a small pond. I actually recommend doing that one. Just kind of offshoot what we were talking about, because you do get a lot of nice camp items. You get a nice cooking station skin, a backpack skin, a lot of mods for your fishing rod by completing them. So a little FYI there. But again, once you get your fishing rod, you can go ahead and fish. Now again, you have to fish wearing a costume. We already talked about that. Don't always go by the map, okay, in terms of areas to fish, because sometimes there's not enough water there. Like this stream down through Flatwoods, pretty narrow. Not a whole lot of water here at all. Even looks like there is. One of the go-to spots I recommend to people is anywheres along this Ohio River here. Okay, it's really up to you, but yeah, let's go to Deathclaw Island there. I recommend using common bait, but again, it's up to you what you want to do. So once you get your fishing rod, all you do is just walk up to a little body of water. It'll get you to fish. Now, if that fish is grayed out, okay, like that, it won't let you fish, obviously. And all you do is whatever button is for you, that's what you select. Your little dude will haul out his fishing rod. You can use your common bait. Don't have a whole lot of common bait, so we're going to use some improved bait here. And just go ahead and fish. And just like fishing in real life, it takes some time. Chews up a lot of your day if you're planning on doing a lot of this. So just an FYI there. I think there is a mod you can get which reduces your wait time, but I don't have that mod, so I don't know what that looks like. Just have to do this 10 times. The main thing is you got to be wearing a costume, whether it's a helmet or an outfit. There you go. Catch a fish while wearing a costume, just like that. Let's fish one more time here. Oh. Fish one more time here, Jim. Come on. Now, of course, I'm not going to stand here and catch all 10 because that'd be pretty boring. But you guys can go ahead and fish at your leisure. Again, we have all week to do this because it's a week-long thing. Let's catch one more here. What do you guys think of my outfit anyway? It's pretty cool, doesn't it? Pumpkin Man. Alright. There we go. There you go, 2 for 10. Alright, perfect. That's good enough. You guys get the gist of that. Alright, let's see what's next here, Jimmy. What else can we do here? Alright. Eat candy. Well, in the costume 30. So we do have the daily weekly challenges that pop up once in a while. It's called eat a cake, pie, or candy. Okay? We're actually going to eat candy this time. I don't think eating a pie will actually work. Okay? So just a little FYI there. So let's get a pie and try it out. There should be one right down here in Welsh. We're going to go down here to Welsh Station. We were here just a little bit earlier for our weekly challenges, looking for pumpkin pie. Of course, that video is all timestamped, so if you're looking for help with those challenges, I do make those every every day for the daily, every Tuesdays for the weeklies. Okay. So we're just going to come right down here. We're going to grab the pumpkin pie. There's a missile launcher on him today. Little bugger didn't have it on him earlier. Let's grab this pumpkin pie that's here. Burp. Alright. Excuse me, guys. Maniacs. They are maniacs today. Alright. Let's go to our camp here. If I can get there. There we go. Oh, quick. Nice. Not that 14-second stuff. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for 14 seconds. Tell you that. Alright. Let's go ahead and eat this pie here. I don't think it's going to count. No. Oh, okay. So we have to eat the candy, as it mentioned. But you have to wear a costume, which we already talked about. Alright. I just kind of wanted to check that pie just in case if it counted. You just never know. Okay. So different types of candy. We have camp resources here available to us in game. Popcorn machine. This counts as either cake, pie, or candy, and pre-war food. This is the OG one, the very first one we ever got here in the game. Yeah, there are 5 or 6 variations of this, are just reskins of this bad boy. But if you ever see this popcorn machine in the atomic shop, highly recommend it. 100% worth it. Good for the AP as well. These candy machines here, we got these in Season 11 scoreboard, the old scoreboards we used to get. So if you're a returning player, you may have these available to you. The red one does appear in the atomic shop once in a while, but it's usually bundled. It was in the atomic shop about a month ago for 3 weeks straight, so I always kind of mentioned it to people. But this candy that these things collect works the same way as the popcorn. Eat a cake, pie, or candy, pre-war food kind of deal. This little guy here, the cookie jar, he'll also collect different types of cakes, right? Eat a cake, pie, or candy, pre-war food there as well. And he pops up in the atomic shop quite frequently, actually. Another pretty good spot for some candy out in the wasteland. Let's pop up here real quick to the pumpkin house. I apologize for that, just a little under the weather there. So this is a great spot for eat a cake, pie, or candy. This little black cauldron. Look at that. We got gumdrops, cotton candy bites right on the outside. So that's pretty awesome. That's pretty lucky, actually. Head inside here. Look at this. Oh, bubblegum. Beautiful. Beautiful. Fancy lad snack cakes. Look at that. We got our pumpkin pie. There's our pumpkin pie recipe right there. Good stuff. So this is a really good spot. Eat a cake, pie, or candy. Candy items. Now, talking about the bubblegum, every time you open up a perk card pack, you'll be getting perk bubblegum for free. So cola, strawberry, watermelon, grape. Okay. And that's bubblegum you get for free every time you open up a perk card pack. So I recommend don't drop it. Don't sell it. Hang on to it for daily week challenges. It counts as chew bubblegum, eat a cake, pie, or candy, and pre-war food. Okay? Counts as many of those great things. Another pretty decent spot here is Town or County Fairgrounds, like throughout the fairgrounds. Again, it's going to depend on the server that you're on, what shows up and what doesn't. Camden Park, like in around the roller coaster, the Widowmaker, like in around that little raider area. Again, we can find some eat a cake, pie, or candy items in through there as well. Alright, so again, we found out the pies will not work, so it's just going to be candy this time. So let's go ahead. We talked about some camp resources. We talked about a couple places where you can find this stuff. Okay, so let's start off here with popcorn. Popcorn from our popcorn machine. Look at that, eat a candy while in the costume. Where are we at here? Nuka-Cola candy. From the red candy machine that I just showed you. Nuka-Cola Quantum candy from the blue-purple candy machine I just showed you. Okay, so if you're a returning player, you may have these available to you for if you play during that time Season 11 scoreboard. That's when Nuka Rolled on Tour was first brand new. Again, bubblegum. Let's take a look at some bubblegum here. Bubblegum that we can find in the wasteland. Where's it at here? Right there. If you played a lot of the event Mischief Night, you know, the last previous 2 weeks before last week, when you were raiding the candy bowls, you would get a lot of candy, cake, pie, or candy items from that as well. And a lot of it was bubblegum. And that's why I have so much bubblegum there, because I was raiding those candy bowls like a madman. And again, that counts. Okay. Cotton candy bites, as we see here, 2 of them right here at the pumpkin house. Nice. Nice. So great options there. The main thing is going to make sure you're doing it while wearing a costume, as I mentioned, whether it's a helmet, mask, or outfit. Let's finish it off with the popcorn. Now, I would say of all the camp resources, the popcorn machine is the one that you'll find around the most in players' camps. So if you're new to the game, you can always go to a player's camp. If you see one, you can always just message that person and just say, hey, can you help a fella out? I just need some popcorn or candy, whatever, for the challenges. Now, of course, we have the mystery candy that we get from the spooky Scorched and other players' candy bowls. But the problem with that, though, is you will black out, okay? A very high chance to black out. Not every time. I would say 80% chance you'll black out. Just similar to Nuka Shine, where you drink it, end up summers on the other side of the map kind of deal. The same thing will happen with that mystery candy. Okay? Little FYI. So I wouldn't really bother going this way. That's why I didn't mention it. All right. Let's head back to our camp here. But I think for the most part, that's pretty much it for the newer challenges. The other ones are repeatable. I forgot to mention that during week 1 video, and I didn't realize until the next day when I did the daily challenges, and I realized, oh, these are repeatable. So they pop up every single day. All right. You hear a little candy ball making the music. All right. So build a candy ball and give out candy from your camp one. So obviously you're going to have to be on a server with other people. Okay. Location, location, location. Okay. If your camp is way out in the middle of nowhere, like in the mire or cranberry bog, somewhere where there's not a whole lot of traffic, you might not get people to your candy bowl. Okay. I usually recommend to people like in around the forest area, the Wayward, Flatwoods, anywhere there's a free fast travel, like the Rusty Pick, for example. High traffic areas is where you're going to see people go to your candy bowl. Okay. However, I have noticed the last couple of days from week 1, not a lot of people are trick-or-treating for whatever reason. Either people just don't care, or people don't realize, or they just don't know. I'm not sure. It's really weird. Really odd. But again, all you have to do is build your candy bowl once. Just once. You don't have to build it and scrap it each day. Build it once. You just got to make sure that that candy bowl is full with mystery candy you get from killing Spooky Scorched or from other players' candy bowls. Okay? And that will tie into this one here. Complete give out candy challenge. So I wasn't able to complete it last week because I only got 3 of 5. Right? But that's fine. I got all kinds of tickets. I'm not worried about it. This one here. Trick or treat from another player's candy bowl 3. So let's go ahead here. We're actually going to go to a server with other people. And we're going to do this trick or treating here. There we go. Go to a public server. I started on a private server just so I can get those, mainly get those fertilizer bags, to be honest with you. They're popular areas. All right. So we're on a server with other people, so hopefully somebody will come to my camp. My camp currently, of course, is right near Morgantown. So, should be no reason why not, but there are some people that are kind of wandering around, not just AFK at their camps. That's good. That is good news. So let's take a look at this one here again. Trick or treat from another player's candy bowl 3. So what we are looking for is a player's camp. We'll use this one for example. Has V for vendor. The red icon indicates they have a shelter. What we're looking for in this case is the orange pumpkin. That means they have their spooky treat bowl out. Okay? But not everyone will have a spooky treat bowl out. Some people will have like a temporary camp. And this one here looks like a temporary camp. But we're looking for the camps that have the spooky treat bowls out. Okay? And I realize not everyone celebrates Halloween, but it's part of the game. And even if you don't know, a lot of people know about Halloween, right? They've done some research and whatnot. So let's go ahead here. We're going to go to these camps that have the spooky candy bowls out. And as I mentioned, they're usually in around players' vendors. Not every time. Most times. See if we can sneak through here. There we go. Alright, so we can kind of hear their candy bowl. Oh, that's the, oh, because I'm a ghoul, that's why. That's why they're firing at me. Alright, so we hear the candy bowl around somewheres. Here's their vendor. Take a look around. And I know sometimes it can be a little bit of a struggle looking for candy bowls. I don't really hear it in here, that's fine. I think we're getting closer because it sounds a little bit louder. Collection of bobbleheads here and magazines. That's quite something. Oh, there's right here. Perfect. There you go. 1 for 3. All right, let's go to the next one. Hop into this person's here. And hopefully by helping other people will see that and hopefully visit my camp.
I wonder if the whole world is like this.
Yeah, it is. Even in real life. There's old Santa Jim there with his old little mongrel pet. Yeah, that mongrel's frozen. That's why I was able to take a camera picture like that. Alright. Let's pop up here. You can hear the candy bowl music playing right here. There we go. 2 for 3. A nice little collection of voxlotls, whatever they're called there. Probably butchered that. Let's go to this person's camp over here. You're just at previous camp. Oh, that's a nice little prefab. Stacker. Stack camp. Right here, we can hear it. As we get closer, it gets louder. There we go. Retrieve another player's candy bowl. 3 for 3 done, just like that. Sweet. Just have to wait for someone to come to our camp, but again, as I mentioned, we could be waiting for a while. Let's take a look at the next one here, Jimmy Boy. So we did catch a fish already. We talked about that. Talked about kill spooky... No, we did not talk about that one. Kill the spooky Scorched while wearing a costume 25. So again, as I mentioned, you got to make sure you're wearing a costume. And I actually did a live stream Saturday. This past Saturday, I think it's an hour and 45 minutes. We went to a lot of locations, if not all of them, most of them on the map, looking for spooky Scorched. And we even opened up all the little spooky treat bags. It's a pretty good time. You can check that live stream out. I did end up... just one sec. Excuse me. I did end up going back and timestamping that entire live stream video. So you can go ahead and watch it, even though, you weren't part of the live stream. It's fine. And you can just hit the timestamps in the chapters, showing you all the locations that we went. And again, the one thing you got to remember about Spooky Scorched is that it's totally random, okay? You can go to the most popular areas that's been most popular for years and years. Again, it's totally random. If you're on a server with other people, it makes it even more harder because you can go to those areas and the place be cleaned right out. So you have to wait for the 30-minute cooldown for those Spooky Scorched to come back, right? So let's take a look at a couple of great Scorched locations. Okay. Camden Park. Poseidon Power Substation PX1. Poseidon Energy Plant, West Virginia. Tyler County Fairgrounds. Wavy Willards Water Park. Palace of the Winding Path. Berkeley Springs. The upper section of Camp Venger. Outside in Fort Defiance. Ranger District Office. Pleasant Valley Ski Resort. Oh, sorry. Over here again. Thunder Mountain Power Substation. That's a pretty good spot. Like, really good spot. Right over here in Sutton, Helvetia. We went there for our daily, weekly challenge videos, and we found a couple of Scorched. That's why I have a couple of them done already. One of my favorite spots, Somerville's Docks, Somerville's Dam. Now, if you come here to Somerville's Dam, there's going to be a building, like a wide open building that you can go inside. It's not one of those black screen buildings, just a regular building. If there's Scorched there, okay, but sometimes it could be ghouls and super mutants, all right? So you got to watch it. It's going to be different every time, every server. If you go inside that building, and if there's Scorched, it's going to be Scorched all around through this area, including Charleston and the Charleston Herald. Okay, so you can check that out. But again, that part is not 100%, but it's something you can check out if you so wish. I highly recommend you check out the live stream because I show you a little trick in Charleston. There's 2 tricks where if you go to a certain spot and stand there, probably about half a dozen Scorched will spawn in, and some of them can be spooky Scorched. I highly recommend you check out that video. All right, let's go to Somerville's Dam. Actually, we're going to spawn in at Charleston Capitol Building. That spawns us on top of the dam, pretty much. The main thing is you got to remember is you got to wear a costume. Again, whether it's a helmet, mask, or outfit, or all, whatever. Now, we are in a server with other people, so I'm not expecting a whole lot to be around. Because these are very popular spots. So, yep, someone's already been here because these guys are already dead. Oh, except for these guys. And none of them are spooky. It's fine. But again, it's totally random. Person already kind of blew through. Like there's a spooky Scorched right there. A couple of them will be across there. Usually a bunch of them are down there as well. Oh, there's one over there. Nice. That's good. So again, it's usually a 30-minute cooldown on the same server. Okay. And just don't forget to get your spooky treat bag, caps. There's usually a legendary item and your mystery candy, okay? All right. See what the time is here. So we're about 42 minutes in. We'll go to one more little spot here. Again, it's going to make it a little bit harder because we are on a server with other people. As you can see, these areas are already kind of covered, okay? So let's pop into Thunder Mountain, because I do find this area pretty decent. Now, as you get closer to the large cooling towers, it's more ghouls and around there. But on top of the plant out front here should be Scorched.
This is Squire Rosen. Thunder Mountain is offline. Repeat, Thunder Mountain is offline.
Well, someone hasn't been here in a little while, so that's good. Oh, yeah, someone has been. Bunch of dead bodies around. Scorched Annihilator. There's a legendary one there. Alright. So again, as I mentioned, I'm not going to go into great detail in this video just because how I did that live stream the other day. It was almost 2 hours long. And there's the cooling towers there. You're going to find more ghouls in around those cooling towers there, okay? I don't hear any Scorched around, any spooky Scorched around. Because of course they will make that little sound. And you know there's a spooky Scorched around. Alright, well we got one. A couple. Good stuff. So I think that's pretty much it for the most part. Let's take a look at these challenges here again. So we talked about the candy bowl. Talked about trick-or-treating. We have yet for someone to come to our camp to trick-or-treat out of it. That's fine. Catch a fish while wearing a costume. Already talked about that. Of course, people trick-or-treating out of your candy bowl. That ties into this one. You trick-or-treating out of other players' candy bowls. That'll tie into this one here. 5 times this week. Okay. And then kill the spooky Scorched while wearing a costume. We already talked about that. But yeah, pretty cool. And again, if you have any questions at all, if you're getting a little frustrated, by all means, leave a comment. I'll try to help you out the best I can. Again, I have tons and tons of videos for Spooky Scorched. And always remember, the method for Spooky Scorched is the same method for Festive Scorched. So even if you come across one of my videos for Festive Scorched, it's the same method, the same locations. Instead of spooky treat bags, it's festive gifts during that time. All right. So there you guys go. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and share when you have the chance. It really helps me out. I'd like to thank my channel members, Artistically Arranged, Michael Edwards, Nigel Wiffen, Heather, Whitetribe, Mr. Shelton, Drake Stamps, Not Me But Me, Yes Me, That's Me, Drew Banjo, Wave Warner, John DJ59, Picaresque, Grin Trentno, Tony Watson, Felix the Cat, AJ Foltz, Aussies1, Ricardo 186, Eric R. Shepard. Thank you all so very much, and I hope you all have a nice day.